Hello, and welcome to the Steve and Mark Discuss podcast, where, in festive mood, Steve will introduce a subject. He will do a talk on it, and I will respond and react accordingly. And then Father Christmas Steve will give his reactions to my reactions, and generally be full of ho ho ho, I hope. Anyway, over to Father Steve.
Hi, people. It's Christmas time, or Yuletide,
Yep.
or Saturnario. It's peace on earth and goodwill to everybody, to all men. So
Yes.
here we go. I got a message today. Saying on Facebook, saying, remember what is the meaning of Christmas. And the thing is that Christmas, or these dates of celebrations, mean so much in different ways to so many. In another podcast, we were on about how Christmas was cancelled in some places because they were frightened to offend other people. And there's no need to fear for this because, like I said, Yuletide is between the 21st of December and I believe the 6th of January.
Yeah.
Which is an English thing.
Yeah.
That celebrates the winter solstice. Saturnario is an ancient Roman thing, which is sometimes also celebrated in the UK, as the Romans brought it to England.
Yes.
In the 6th century, where they also celebrated the new winter solstice, so the beginning of a new year. And of course, we've got the Christians who are celebrating the birth, which, in all intents and purposes, may not necessarily mean the birth of Jesus, but however, a new beginning, a new start.
Yeah.
And then when we look further afield, and we see in China, for example, they celebrate this festive season very much like we do in the UK on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's only like a 7%, I think it is, Christian population in China. However, they do the commercial part. Of course they do. It's China.
Yeah.
The commercial parts, where do you think he came from?
Yeah. Yes,
These
exactly.
people he used to here.
Yeah.
And so no matter where you go in the world, people do celebrate this time of the year, but for many different reasons. And there's no reason why everybody can't celebrate and give this time to peace. And like the phrase is, peace and goodwill to all. I would say men, but I'd hate for some people to get the wrong end of the stick and think I'm excluding anybody.
Yeah.
So I'd say to all, even this guy here. There are three personalities. Saint Nicholas.
Yeah.
There's Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And of course, Father Christmas.
Yeah.
And Saint Nicholas was actually a 3rd century priest from what is now Turkey. Santa Claus is around about the 1500s.
Yeah.
Which comes from the Germanic-speaking places, probably sort of like Belgium
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Yeah.
or somewhere like this, you know. And Father Christmas is a Victorian
Yeah.
invention,
Mm.
which probably came, believe it or not, from America, because
Mm.
we took across Santa Claus.
Mm.
The Americans probably couldn't say Santa Claus,
Mm.
so
That goes there,
they
yeah.
said Father Christmas. And more recently,
Yeah.
this lady here, which is Mother Christmas, which is,
Yeah.
shows that the traditions are evolving,
Yeah.
and no matter where you are on this little ball we call the planet,
Mm.
there's always, during this time, it's always uh, good to celebrate and to reflect, celebrate, and ring in eventually the new beginning, and hopefully next year will be better than this last one.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's yeah, it's interesting. I mean, there is I've been listening to there's a series of podcasts, English Heritage, do some podcasts all about the history of Christmas. If anyone's interested in just going into what you was just saying, the origins of Father Christmas, Saint Nicholas. Yeah. It is a yes, it should be a time that we all enjoy. This thing about offending anyone or anything, when you've got your traditions, you've got traditions. It is the most inoffensive thing I could think of. I do not understand anyone feeling offended by somebody having fun. It's not at
Ah,
anyone's expense. Yeah,
let
it.
me tell you a story, Mark, before
Yeah,
before you go any further. You don't have to be Christmas.
mm,
You don't have to be Christian,
Christian.
sorry,
Yeah, yeah,
to enjoy this time of year.
exactly. Yeah,
Even to enjoy Christmas,
yeah,
even to enjoy Christmas. Around about 10 years ago,
mm,
I went back to the UK
mm,
with my son for him to play football. I've
mm,
already mentioned this, and I befriended a Muslim guy,
mm,
a shop owner,
yeah,
and he invited me to go back to his house
mm,
and participate in an iftar.
mm,
What's an iftar? It's that meal during Ramadan
yeah,
that the Muslims have at night,
mm,
because they're fasting all day,
yeah,
and they have this meal at night, and
mm,
it's an opportunity for them to break bread
yeah,
amongst friends,
yeah,
and it's to show that they are obedient,
mm,
and that they fasted during the daytime, but it's a moment for sharing,
mm,
and I'm sure that even I'm sure that even the more radical, uh, devout Muslims would
yeah.
break bread, would break
Well, yeah,
bread with the non-Muslim, as
mm,
long as it's all done in peace,
well,
you
yeah,
know. And so there's no reason why nobody shouldn't celebrate this time of year. Sorry, I had to say that, because
yeah,
I'm trying to say that you don't need to be Christian
exactly.
to appreciate Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, I hear the Christians want to get it on the Christian act, but yeah, it Christmas act again. But it's a yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm a Christian. I come from a Catholic family. So obviously, this time of year has a symbolism, a symbolic thing. I mean, if you're a Catholic, probably Easter means a lot more than Christmas does. But I'm not going down this now. Yeah, I mean, it is a time for enjoyment for families, for providing adults remember that, yeah, it's nice for children. We overindulge ourselves, but yeah, hey, why not? I mean, yeah, we enjoy a little bit of a drink because we can. Yeah. It's not a, again, yeah, good peace to all men. We should be laying down all our sides. We should be thinking about how we can be peaceful with each other. Um, I certainly do not like, to feel ill about anyone else. Some people provoke it, obviously, Christian, non-Christian, or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes the best thing we can do for people is not to involve them in our festivities if it's going to cause tension. Yeah, you can give an olive branch, but some people grab it and snap it almost. We'll have to have understanding, and this is what my understanding of Christmas was. Certainly, it is when you go into a shop in London, and I always remember this, it doesn't matter, it was non-Christian shop, they still put Christmas decorations up because they love the colours. People told me, been told they love the colours, they love the whole thing of it. It's nice for people to enjoy. I mean, okay, the UK is a Christian country, the US is a Christian country. You choose to live there, you can choose to be part of it or choose not to be part of it. That's your choice. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, that all around the world,
yeah,
people are celebrating
something
this time.
Yeah.
About something. Like I said, in China, it's treated like more like a Valentine's Day. But they celebrate it, and it's peace on earth. It's just this time.
Yeah.
Coming towards the end of this podcast, you know that I'm a polyglot.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'm gonna try and say happy Christmas to loads and loads of people.
Okay.
But not at the moment. Keep going.
Yeah,
Keep
well,
going.
I say Babylonian. Yeah, the Tower of Babel. Yes. We'll be struck down if we're not careful. Yeah, it is a. I mean, yeah, obviously I've got these decorations behind me. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a sniff in front of me of a drink, but it's a. I'm not against anyone celebrating anything any way they want. I'm not celebrating. Don't pull everyone into what you want. Choose what you want to do, and I'm all for freedom. And this is what this coming year should be about: freedom. It is obviously, as we know, the Christian celebration lacked into something that already existed, certainly in Europe. And again, it gave people something to celebrate halfway through a very cold, miserable time of year. Why not? Yeah. People lit candles and had a spiritual gathering or spiritual thing with masses or a religious celebration, which again has its origins way before Christianity ever did.
Because they celebrated at that time. They celebrated the solstice.
Yeah, exactly.
And the renovation of everything after the solstice. It's the new era.
Yeah, actually,
that's what the ancient Romans used to do.
Yeah.
With their god Saturn. That's why it's called a Saturnarium.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In Italy, and that's why the Yule, which came to the England around about the 1500s.
Yeah.
Which was very much very similar, a very similar idea as the Saturnarius. It's a very pagan rural pagan thing typical of English.
Well, I mean, okay, our Christian celebration, where we have candles and everything else, is still a pagan idea of the lights going up, the lights, the brightness, representing the brightness in the dark. Again, so that has its whole virtual signature, if you like, from elsewhere. I mean, it the whole thing is a symbolism, whatever you believe or don't believe. I've got no problem with people who don't believe in anything having a drink with the salt, and as you say, maybe bringing people all together to enjoy a meal, whatever you are. It is a very, very different. I don't understand this people wanted to cancel something. I understand, and I'm not going to go into this podcast. There might be an element of something else going on with this as well, this cancelling of things. And I'm not going to ruin this podcast with that now. But it is if people want to do something, let them do it. If it's not causing problems for anyone else, okay. People get over riotous, get over drunk sometimes. Not guilty, my lord. Um,
Me neither much.
yeah,
Let me take Father Christmas away.
yeah, okay, right.
I'm bringing
Okay.
this here.
Well, I'd like to celebrate it and say, yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. And I hope everyone's Christmas, whoever you celebrate, however you celebrate it, is a good one. So,
So let's try and say this to the world. So first of all, we're in Brazil, so it's Feliz Natal,
yeah,
and we've hit Brazil, we've hit Portugal, we've hit some countries in Africa.
mm,
Then we go on to Feliz Navidad, which
mm,
is Spanish. So we've got South America,
yeah,
Central America, some parts of North America, Spain.
mm,
Then of course we've got Joyeux Noël, which
mm,
is French.
yeah,
So we've got France, we've got the rest of Africa
mm,
covered. Then we go to Schönes Weihnacht,
mm,
which is German. So
mm,
we've got the north of Europe covered, more or
mm,
less. Germany, Austria, Belgium,
yeah,
Switzerland,
mm,
the Alsace in France covered with that one, and Wesolich Swat,
mm,
which is Polish, which probably gets Ukraine, Poland, a bit of Russian,
yeah.
and so I don't do Chinese and I don't do Arabic. I'm afraid. There you go.
Oh,
The
well,
rest of it, peace on earth and goodwill to all.
thank you. So, Merry Christmas, Steve. Yeah, can't do a whole shot at the moment.